And that brings us to a really fascinating question. Why is the world's leading chip maker suddenly buying up the power grid? Seriously, think about that for a second. We're talking about a company known for microscopic silicon transistors, and suddenly they're dealing in gigawatts, massive real estate, and huge infrastructure leases.
To really wrap our heads around this, we need to update that classic picks and shovels analogy. For the longest time, the running joke was that Nvidia isn't out there mining for AI gold. They're just getting filthy rich selling the pickaxes to everyone else. Well, scratch that, because that analogy is completely outdated now. Nvidia isn't just selling the pickaxes anymore. They are out there buying the actual mountains, they're building the railroads, and they are securing the energy grids to make sure this gold rush never has to stop.
To pull off a pivot of this magnitude, you need a balance sheet that is basically unlike anything else in history. Let's dive right into this. For their third quarter, Nvidia reported a record revenue of $57 billion. That's up 62% year over year. This mind-blowing cash flow is being driven entirely by this exponential, compounding demand for compute power. They are effectively printing the money required to just fund their own ecosystem.
But if you want true proof of their unshakable market dominance, it's this number right here, 73.4%. That is their gross margin. As CEO Jensen Huang put it, sales for their new Blackwell chips are completely off the charts, and cloud GPUs are just entirely sold out. They have the ultimate pricing power right now.
And looking directly at their raw financial summary, their massive operating income jumped 65% year over year. So this isn't just a good quarter. This is the financial war chest that gives Nvidia the capital they absolutely need to fund their next ambitious phase.
But of course, there's a catch. A massive physical limit is looming that threatens to bring this entire AI revolution to a screeching halt.
This new bottleneck is what the industry calls LPS, land, power, and shell. Jensen Huang himself has explicitly cited this as the ultimate constraint on the AI age. Because, look, it doesn't matter how fast your chips are or how brilliant your software is, you simply cannot run artificial intelligence without physical land, massive data center shells, and enormous amounts of electricity.
To put this into a relatable perspective for us, OpenAI alone has a goal of developing 30 gigawatts of computing resources. Do you know how much power that is? That equals the electricity needed to power roughly 25 million US homes. When you realize that scale, the abstract numbers we always talk about in tech suddenly feel incredibly real. The power grid itself is the bottleneck.
So how exactly do you sustain $57 billion in quarterly revenue when your customers literally cannot find enough electricity to plug your chips into?
Well, you buy the power grid. Traditionally, Nvidia just designed and sold GPUs. That was it. But their radically new strategy goes so much further. They are stepping in to provide up to $105 billion in credit support for OpenAI's infrastructure, though some reports note negotiations capping their direct exposure at just under $120 billion. But they aren't stopping there. Nvidia is also partnering with Wall Street heavyweights like Blackstone and Goldman Sachs to create a $500 billion third-party financing platform. It's a brilliant move. They're shifting the financing risk while guaranteeing the demand for their own hardware.
Just look at the timeline for the Ports Pike, Ohio data center campus. Nvidia is directly investing $1.5 billion into SB Energy to make this happen. We're going to see the first gigawatt deployed by late 2026, pushing toward an 800-megawatt milestone at this specific site by 2028. And get this, there's a staggering potential for OpenAI to spend $600 billion on Nvidia compute by 2030.
Now let's shift gears and focus on what all this guaranteed compute power actually does for us, the end users, and what it means for the pursuit of superintelligence.
The crucial takeaway here is this. OpenAI is deploying an astonishing 10 gigawatts of Nvidia systems. The Ohio site alone will start with 4.25 gigawatts, and they are deploying this on Nvidia's upcoming Vera Rubin platform. Now, for you and me as consumers, this is the part that really matters. By deploying these vastly more efficient platforms, the cost per token is going to drop dramatically. That paves the way for significantly cheaper, smarter, and faster next-generation versions of ChatGPT. And for Nvidia? Well, each hardware upgrade cycle at this site represents $150 to $200 billion in guaranteed revenue.
And hey, OpenAI isn't their only massive partner in this. Digging into recent announcements, Anthropic is also adopting 1 gigawatt of capacity with Grace Blackwell and Vera Rubin systems.
This absolutely proves that gigawatt-scale physical infrastructure is an industry-wide necessity now. If you want to compete with ChatGPT, you need your own dedicated power grid running on Nvidia hardware, no exceptions. But Nvidia is way too smart to just build a moat tied to a few big players. They are meticulously securing their dominance across the entire AI ecosystem.
Check out how this strategy extends to their open-source competitors. We've got DeepSeek, Google's Gemma, Meta's Llama 4, Microsoft's Phi, Alibaba's Qwen. Every single one of these wildly different models relies heavily on NVIDIA's TensorRT LLM and optimization libraries to run efficiently. By providing the foundational hardware and the software layer that makes these open models cost-effective to run, NVIDIA basically ensures that no matter who actually wins the AI race, NVIDIA wins.
Okay, we do have to transition to a final reality check here, because spending hundreds of billions of dollars on data centers and power grids carries some unprecedented economic risks.
The absolute main unknown right now, as highlighted in some great recent market analysis, is whether the practical, real-world uses of AI can actually generate enough revenue to repay these staggering investments. I mean, we're talking about automating business tasks or writing code. While Nvidia is securing its pipeline by taking on $100 billion debt loads and guarantees, there's definitely some deep investor skepticism. Can the software side monetize fast enough to keep the music playing?
Which leaves us with this final, provocative thought to chew on. We are watching the largest infrastructure build-out in human history, bankrolled by a company that, let's be honest, used to just make graphics cards for our video games. Is this the necessary foundation for a sustainable paradigm shift into the age of superintelligence? Or are we just witnessing the inflation of a $100 billion bubble? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, Nvidia is building the future, brick by brick and gigawatt by gigawatt. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and definitely keep questioning what you see on the horizon.